वालेकुम Assalamu alaikum. I think I'll let everybody in, start letting everybody in, yeah? Uncle Muhammad, you can put your screen on now. Is Dr. Abid in?
You make the call also, I can let people in.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How you doing, Altaf?
Yeah, just 1 second. Admit all, everybody's coming in. MashaAllah, doctor's here. Make co-host.
You're looking sharp, Altaf.
Sorry?
You're looking sharp.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Have I stopped the sharing? Have I stopped the sharing? I think I have.
Oh, there's Dr. Abid, mashallah.
MashaAllah, doc's here, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So let's get rid of the waiting room. Whoever wants to come in can come in.
I'm gonna catch up with you tomorrow.
Start. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, belated Eid Mubarak to everybody. Whether that you did it on Monday or Sunday, either way. Yeah, we did 29 days and Uncle Muhammad's smiling as usual, you know. And MashaAllah, today we have with us our esteemed brother, Dr. Abid Sami, also known as Doc by Sheikh Abu Isa. I seen Doc in action last year, and mashallah, you know what? Just don't look at his white beard. He's got superpowers. Yeah, so
100%, 100%. Some of my Hujjaj, you know, they were after him all the time, you know, for his special medications. I don't know what he had, but
yeah,
maybe it was you know, there's that special shake at the bottom, the choo-choo shake. Maybe it's choo-chooed by Sheikh Abu Isa as well. I'm not sure if it's medicines and stuff. But
so alhamdulillah, Sheikh Abu Isa does a special version of chuff chuff. Yeah, yeah. He does puff puff. Sorry, Doc.
He is our peer.
Yeah, he's our peer. I agree 100%. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, Peer Abu Isa. No, mashallah. Yeah, everybody welcome. It's like we've been away for a long time, hasn't it? You know. But why we've only got about 100 participants when we should be having a lot more. But then again, a lot of people are going to be joining us on YouTube Live today. Guys,
I think it's coming to Maghrib time as well.
Yeah.
A little bit close for the northerners, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why. I'm sure they'll join in, inshallah.
So, but yeah, alhamdulillah, it's been a good break for a few days. You know, we've been working on data collection today, creating the forms. I had Abrar by, is Abrar in? I did send him the link. Abrar, let's have a look. No, Nasib, are you there? Come on, you can talk.
Yes, I am here. I was just getting my iftar.
Oh yes, mashallah. Some brothers and sisters are fasting.
How are you guys?
All good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Ready to go, raring to go.
Yes, back to getting into the process again, and after Eid and the slump. But yes, back in action.
Back in action, yeah. Let's hope the action men sort things out. People are still ringing me today. Okay, we'd like to go to Hajj. Can you help us register? I says, inshallah, November. Inshallah, November. You know, call me back in November. We'll sort something out. So people are still thinking. I think we still need to change hearts and minds to think ahead of time now, where people have got to start in November. So it's all down to you guys to share this information that if they want to go to Hajj next year, they need to start contacting us in November, because already it's April and it's too late. You know, even though Hajj is what, about 70, 80 days away, is it?
Yeah.
You know, where is everybody?
Yeah, I had someone today ask me about Hajj. I'm like, next year now. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, eventually the word will get around everywhere that it's an early process. You have to start very early. But I think we as Al Bayt will start, inshallah, we should start from August, September in social media of registration policies, maybe.
I know I've already created the
Yeah.
interest form already. It's already done, so that'll be out as soon as I go to Hajj. I'll put that on the website and it'll be ready to go for next year.
Inshallah.
But right now, unfortunately, so many people let down. So many people let down. And Saber, have we got anything back on the withdrawals? I know we got people who got withdrawal symptoms, but anybody with withdrawing money, you know, the button had gone missing, hadn't it?
The button had gone missing. I think it's back now. I'm not sure, but I mean, if I was anyone, you know, wanted to go to Hajj and they didn't manage to book, I would keep your money in there, to be honest, because if you take it out, you're more likely to spend it, and then, you know, next year you might not be able to go. So
People are losing a lot of money as well because of the rate has gone down as well. So
yeah, the exchange rate is really bad at the moment. One family took some money out and they lost. There's 4 of them. I think they lost about £3,000. It's wrong. It is wrong. We know that, but we have to. So I was speaking to a few of my old colleagues, and I said, you know what we should do? We should ask the ministry to do a qura. So, you know, the 3,600 people on the sale day, they say, right, okay, 3,600 people, you know, they send a notice out, you've got, go put your money in and you can buy in a week's time. And then if they do a phase 2, they ask another, you know, 1,500, 2,000, whatever, people put your money in and you can purchase. What will happen is people won't lose money that way. And my brothers and friends who manage other companies said, oh, no, we don't want them to do that. I said, why? They said, simple. Al Bayt will take all the customers. We won't get any customers. I said, do you have no tawakkul Allah or something, you guys? You know, it's not all about Al Bayt. Yeah, well, can you not see the market? You guys have took 50% again this year. You know, it's not that we took 50% because, you know, it's Al Bayt. It's because of the whole team in Al Bayt. We work for the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, some people have been ghosted. You know, people are messaging me, I'm going with this package. Do you know who they are? And then, yeah, we're getting assisting them get hold of somebody. But and that's only for the sake of Allah. I mean, not because them companies have done us any favors or anything. It's simply for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People don't even know what packages they purchased. But it is what it is, right? We'll give him a couple of more minutes, and at 1:15, we'll, mashallah, ask Dr. Saab to start his rounds. Yeah.
yeah,
Is AE local or is he off swanning somewhere?
local at the moment, but planning to leave the country very soon for the whole month, actually.
Wow.
It's
So
Morocco and Canada and all those kind of things. I don't know how you plan to do that one, but
I thought Abdurrahman was bad. He was always jumping off one plane and onto another. I actually got it saved in my phone as Sheikh Air Miles, Abdurrahman. I don't call him Abdurrahman in my phone. I've saved him as Sheikh Air Miles. You know, and Abu Isa's on the same footing, isn't he? Right, let's have a look. Okay, well, we're recording anyway, so let me start the record button. Yeah, and Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, welcome back to Al-Bayt al-Nusuk with, well, this particular webinar is Arif Hajj and Umrah and Flight Express because, as you know, we work together and it's for anybody that's traveling to Hajj, to be honest with you, whether it's with us brothers or anybody in Al-Bayt, overall anybody really, because this is about physical health and mental health and well-being. So we've got our esteemed guest. Well, no, he's not our guest. He's our brother, Dr. Abid Sami from Manchester with Hajj with AE, and he's gonna go through what you guys need to know. And please, brothers and sisters, listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. It is very important what Dr. Sab has to say. And the reason for that is in the last 2 years, we have seen the challenges faced by pilgrims. The weather is extreme. The Hajjis are at the extreme. Hajjis think it's like going to Umrah. It's nothing like Umrah. The preparation you need to do beforehand, during and after, you'll be shocked. So please listen very carefully, and we'll have a Q&A, medical Q&A at the end. And inshallah, we'll have a general Q&A at the end as well. Limited time. And just for the sisters, we are going to do a health and being webinar just for sisters as well. And we've got a lady doctor, inshallah, who's going to do that. And Seba will be involved in that. And my sister Hafsa and sister Fatima from Flight Express, they will be involved in that as well. So that's for the sisters at a later stage. Right now, I'm going to pass over to Doc, and inshallah he can fire
Yes.
away.
Everybody, first of all, I just wanted to put this one, a disclaimer. Okay, I am just a GP who has traveled for last few years with Hajj and learned few things over the years, what has helped the Hujjaj. And I will just tell you briefly what we have seen, what you have to be prepared for, and what my experience is. In the end, you are more than happy to ask any question. I'm more than happy to answer. Before doing that one, I just want to congratulate everybody who has been through this Nusuk fiasco and all that. You have been to a Hajj before the Hajj. So congratulations to everybody. Second thing is, and which is the most important before going to the medical side of thing, which will have for which will you will have a successful Hajj or a positive Hajj, is your mindset. Nothing else will take you through this whole Hajj experience other than your positive mindset, because the Hajj is physically challenging, mentally challenging, and emotionally challenging all the way through. So unless you will not take the responsibility of your Hajj to yourself and take the ownership of the Hajj to yourself. Okay, look, it is your Hajj, it's my Hajj, and I am going to take responsibility for it, and I will be prepared for all the things which I need to prepare to have a good experience, because all the companies, Al-Bayt, Nusuk, RF Hajj with A, Flight Express, whoever they will do their utmost best to give you whatever you need to give you to facilitate your good Hajj. But unless you will not prepare yourself for it, your Hajj will not be good. So you have to take the responsibility for it, and you have to have a positive mindset. Okay, whatever will be thrown at me, physically, emotionally, or logistically, how you are going to deal with it. That's the first and foremost important thing is. What we have seen over the years, any difficulty comes, people start running and getting panicky about things. That's not the right thing to do. What you have to do is, okay, this challenge has come to me, how I'm going to deal with it, and who can help me to get through this one. Then you can get through this one. Second thing, whenever any challenges come to you, like let's say nusuk, let's take the example of a nusuk. It is a difficult to book the Hajj. It was very difficult. It was emotionally challenging. But you have gone through with the help and facilitation of all the group. But if you would worry about it, oh, why the Nusuk does it, why the Al-Bayt does it, why the Saudi government does it, and you think you are going to make any changes there, please forget about it. Don't worry about what they are doing. Nothing is going to get changed. You are going to do your Hajj and just focus on that one. Otherwise, you will get frustrated. That will help, that will affect your Hajj. People get angry. People say, why the Saudi government does not open the door on time? Why the buses are late? Why this is... Look, buses are going to get late. You are going to get tired. You will have a sleepless night. You will have got people will disturb you in the camp. You will have got problems sometime with the food. You might get sick. These all things are going to happen during the Hajj. Everybody goes through that one. But you have to find a way how you are going to cope with these kind of things when it comes to you. When you are sick, what I need to do. If you are tired, what you need to do. If you have to walk for a long distance, am I prepared for it? So I will go through one by one and all the aspect of these things, and also will tell you what I used to, what I do, and what I help my group to do. Mindset is the most important thing. First and foremost is your physical health. You will have got different kind of people. Some people are very fit. They have been walking. They have been going to gym. But there, on the other side, we have got some elders who has not used to. Is everybody listening to me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So we will have got, everybody will have got different strength. Everybody can walk to a distance. So there is no set standard formula for getting fit for everybody. What you have to do, number one, is you have to start at some point, somewhere. If you have not walked for, let's say, more than 3,000 steps a day, you have to increase, you have to start 4,000. Next week 5,000, 10,000, because some days you will be walking, I think 40, 50,000 steps from the Muzdalifah. So you have to start from somewhere. Everybody will have got different starting point, and they will have got different end point as well. You know your body yourself, but please pace it yourself and start now, because there will no time for that one. You have got 7 weeks to go. You have to start that one. Okay. Then not only walking is important, little bit physical activity is important, because the body gets tired, because the heat, exhaustion, tiredness, sleeplessness, they all will have an effect of your endurance as well. So please make sure that you are physically fit and able to do whatever you are doing now, to be much better position at later stage. That's number two. Second thing, other than the fitness, will be your dehydration and hydration, keeping your hydration up. Because it is very, very important to keep hydrated all the time. Everybody should have a flask with them all the time. Every single person, either you like it or not like it, should be started taking rehydration salts, tablets, at least a week before they travel. 1 tablet every day. I can post the different makes if you want to a little bit later on. but you start one tablet every day just before the Hajj. When you are near the Hajj time, take 2 or 3 tablets every day. It has happened to us in several occasions. The most fit people in our group, who were athletes, who were gym goers, has collapsed, has had heat exhaustion and dehydrated. I have seen them collapsing because they felt that they are fit enough, they don't need it. Or I have seen ladies, young ladies, who just not listen to us and stated to us later on that they don't like the taste of the dehydration tablets. You don't have a choice in this one. Believe you me, every single person has to take it. One tablet at least a week before you are traveling, up to the near the Hajj, during the Hajj days, or I think 2-3 days before the Hajj, take 2 tablets, take 3 tablets, and keep yourself hydrated. 3-4 liters every day. That is more important than anything else. The other thing which happened in Saudi, when we arrive there, heat hits you. And as we know in science, everything expands in heat. What we have seen is people feet swells. People feet swell. I have seen people hand swells up as well. And then your shoes get tight and you can't walk. It has happened every year. So cold compressions. Sometimes on Amazon, 10-15 pounds, cold ice compression bandages are available. Just get one. It's only 10-15 pounds. That will help you to whenever you walk, whenever you go out in heat. If you put that cold compression on your ankle and your feet, that will shrink the vessels and that will help you to walk, and that will help for not your feet to get swollen. Because we also walk on Muzdalifah day and Arafat day and stand in the heat for too long, that will help you there as well. So the cold compression or ice compression bandages are important. If your feet is swollen and you're walking in heat, you get blisters as well. And blister is very common, especially in men. It happens. When it happens, I'll come down a little bit later and I'll tell you what to do with that one. So please, rehydration, cold compression bandages, salts for the hydration, that is important. Then the 2 main conditions we have seen over the years people are suffering with. Number 1 is respiratory tract infections. Number 2 is diarrhea. Diarrhea is because people have not looked after what they are eating. It is important for every single person who's traveling is to keep Imodium with yourself. Imodium tablets, over the counter available, everybody should keep it. Rehydration salt, I have already told you, you should be keeping it anyway. If you suffer with diarrhea, you have to take 2 tablets of Imodium straight away, and then 1 tablet whenever you go to toilet, and that will control the symptom of the diarrhea. But huge number of the people suffer with it. Please, especially just before the days of the Hajj, make sure that you control your diet. We Western, unfortunately, have got a little bit of the problem with the toilets in Mina, Arafah, and all that. But you know your bowel habits yourself, especially on the day of the Arafah and the day of the Muzdalifah. If you have taken the full meal, you have to go to toilet. So think what you eat during those days, first, especially in the day of the Arafah and the day of the Muzdalifah. If you are eating full meal, which you eat regularly, and you know your bowel habits, you go once in 24 hours, you have to go to toilet, and the queues will be sometime hours long. So you have to be prepared for that as well. Okay, look, I'm eating the full meal. I have to go to toilet, but if I cut my meal a little bit, maybe I don't need to. But otherwise, I'll give you an example. We have got in our group one of the our shuyukh, our Imam Abdul Ghaffar. He travels with us, and his job is to lead the salah. In Muzdalifah, we arrive very late, and we were have to read the Isha, Maghrib and Isha Salah together. We looked around, we couldn't find Abdul Ghaffar, Sheikh Abdul Ghaffar. Where was he? Queuing for the toilet. He was not able to read the Salah. So please, you know yourself, your body, and you know your bowel habits. Make sure don't eat the full meal or be prepared for the long queues. Same thing is urinary thing as well. You have to be make sure you before you leave Arafah, you will go to empty your bladder and all those kind of things. These things are practical aspects which I'm talking about. Okay, then talking about the respiratory thing. As in my group, I deal with it in a phase manner. I have got a different strategy for the people when we arrive to the Medina, because we go to the Medina first. 10 days before, there's a different strategy. 5 days before, there's a different strategy. And just before the Hajj, 70% of the people in our Hajj group sometime gets respiratory tract infection. They start coughing, they start fever, because everybody is coughing there. So if you start coughing at any time, there's no point of waiting. You have to start taking treatment straight away. I personally, myself, I start doing salty water gargles the day I arrive there. And I continue throughout my Hajj journey, I use that one. That's number one. I carry lozenges with me all the time. The best lozenges available in UK is Jackman's menthol lozenges. It's available in every supermarket. Jackman, I will put the name later on as well. Jackman menthol or Strepsils or whatever, keep with them. Then the issue comes of antibiotics. In Saudi, they used to, all the pharmacies used to give antibiotics very easily, but now they don't. So if you are sick and you need an antibiotics, which I recommend you should take straight away when you start coughing, you need an antibiotics. And then you have to go to hospital or clinic. There's a long wait. So I recommend to our Hajj group, and I will be recommending you to go to your GP and ask them, okay, you need a course of antibiotics to carry for Hajj. Most of the people provide it. Some doctors does not. They're available online as well. There are online doctors available, or worse come worse, and you are not getting any luck of getting the antibiotics courses. Get in contact with your Hajj providers, and then they can contact me and I will be able to help in that as well. The antibiotic I recommend and I carry with me and I recommend to all my Hujjaj is called azithromycin. Not because it is the best antibiotic. The only reason is its antibiotic is one tablet once a day for 3 days only. And it's a very strong antibiotic. We 90% carry that antibiotic, and I use it personally for all my Hujjaj. And the minute they start coughing, I start giving them straight away, because we wanted, an aim is only and only to people to stand on the day of the Arafah for Hajj. Anything before and after is not a big deal, but you have to be prepared for the Hajj. So we started antibiotic straight away. Sometime if there's a Hajj is very close, we use steroid as well, but that is doctor prescribed. If somebody will be needing it, your your group leaders have got my contact. I will be more than happy to help you there as well. I conduct regular clinics there. You are more than happy in Hilton Convention and later on as well in Mina and Arafat. I will be available. I will be carrying some medication, and if the people are having some problem with the sourcing the medication, I will be more than happy to help. Then the main issue comes in of the ladies, which I think I was not aware they are doing another seminar for it. I am more than happy to briefly touch that one and leave it for the ladies seminar only. But do you I will briefly touch it because it is important issue and that affects your mental health and physical health, which I am going to talk to you. All the ladies, especially who are in the age of bleeding, menstruation, it is important to consult your GPs. Either you like taking medication or not like taking medication. If you don't like taking medication, you have to understand your cycle. Then you have to also bear that in mind that your cycle is going to get this. It's not erythromycin, it's azithromycin. EZ. Okay, your cycle is going to get disturbed. We have discussed with this issue with the several consultants. I have researched it, every single document available on this issue. Heat, stress, walking for a long period of time, and anxiety, sleepless night, all these scenarios affect your cycles. So if you don't like taking medication and you are sure that you have got 5 days cycle, 28 days cycle and 5 days bleeding, you might start bleeding straight away when you arrive there. Same thing is with the people who are taking contraceptive pills. So I'll break down briefly into these things and then leave it to the female doctor to deal with it. If you are not taking medication, please make sure you have got some access of some medication or advice available to you, what you are going to do if you start bleeding. Number one. I'm not talking about the fic issues here, I'm only talking about the medical issues. If you are taking the oral contraceptives, which is combined, then you have to not take a break and you have to take it all the way through. Like 21 days you take a medication, 5 days or 6 days or 7 days, whatever your pill-free period is, you should not take a pill-free period and you will continue that next packet straight away. So that will help you for not bleeding. But still people sometimes bleed. I'll come to that one. Third thing is progesterone only, or we call it a mini pill. You have to take it continuously. Some people have got some devices or implants and all those kind of things. They sometimes unpredictable response. If you start bleeding in any of these scenarios, there are only two medications which works. One is called norethisterone, other is called medroxyprogesterone. Norethisterone, people advise it to take it 3 days prior to the travel, but no, at least 7 to 10 days before you start travel, you have to take that in your system and you have to carry on 3 times a day, 5 milligrams 3 times a day. But the good thing about norethisterone is you can increase the dose or decrease the dose. You can go up to 6 tablets a day. Medroxyprogesterone is 10 milligram tablets 3 times a day, and but there's no flexibility, and that is not as effective as it is. Some people who have stopped bleeding for several years and they never had any bleeding, unfortunately, we have seen them, they start bleeding due to stress and all that. Exactly. In those patients as well, they can take the tablets as well, but their bleeding is not considered as a menstrual, and they are okay to do the rituals of the Hajj, but I leave this issue with the people who are more qualified than me in the fixed side of the things. So I'm not touching that. Okay, you are allowed to do the rituals or you're not allowed to do the ritual, because that's not up to me. It is these Muslim scholars who are traveling with you. These are the main physical things which we have seen normally affect people. Then if you get sick due to this, any kind of things, your foot swelling, you get collapse because of the heat stroke, or you get respiratory tract infection, you get diarrhea, or you start menstruation. These are physical problems you will face, but they does not end here. When these things happen, how it affects to their emotional health, that is the big one. Because you have waited whole of your life to go on Hajj, and you are in a bed, you can't go out to do a salah. How will that affect you mentally? That is a big for me. So that's why I advise people to please be prepared now. Get your all medications, get your physical health ready, know your limit. You know your body very well, more than me. You know your medical health more than me. We can only facilitate and help you to advise you, but please be prepared. Emotionally, some people, we have seen a lot of young ladies who have traveled with us who have left their young children at home. They get emotionally very disturbed and all that, and they can't because it hit them when they are already there. So please be ready for that one as well, because first time you must be separated from your children. There's no hard and fast rule, and there's no magic formula for it, but look at the bigger picture, why you are there. Keep reminding yourself why you are there, and this is the most blessed journey in any Muslim's life. So keep that in mind, and also make arrangement with your children, okay, how you are going to cope and how you are going to make arrangements to feel that emptiness which you have, how you are going to deal with that one. As far as the medical side of things are concerned, briefly, I have mentioned you all. I didn't go to any details of any specific scenario. So briefly, these things are most important for you. Have your good footwear available to you, because that was blisters. Yes, treatment of the blisters. 40 to 50% of all men, after the day of the Arafah, when they arrive back in Mina, they get blisters. The treatment of the blisters are two. Number one, you don't need to burst the blisters. If they are not burst, you don't need to burst the blisters. You have to use the colloid plaster, which is a blister plaster. If the blister is burst, then you need to clean the wound and you put a normal plaster on it. That is it. That is the whole treatment for the blisters. If it gets more painful and all that, and you are not getting the pain relief, then you can bust that one and go. Okay. There are 2 or 3 things which I didn't mention. I thought that is it's very clearly documented in the Al-Bayt documentation, so that's why I didn't touch it. But I will come to the vaccination. The only vaccination which is recommended from the UK and Western people is ACWY meningitis, which is valid for 5 years, or there is some vaccination which is 3 years, but most of the time, the vaccination nowadays which we are providing is in the UK is ACWY, which is valid for 5 years. In my 8 years of experience, people normally didn't ask for it, but last year it was asked to us at the airport to show us the certificate. You have to have a certificate with a valid expiry date and the date when you had this vaccination. You have to have a certificate with you all the time. That is the mandatory requirement. The polio vaccination used to be the requirement for not from the Western countries. It is from India, Pakistan, and all those. There's requirement. Flu vaccination is not mandatory now. Only vaccination which is mandatory to do the Hajj is ACWY. Flu vaccination, if you get it done, brilliant. If you can't get it done, it's not the end of the deal. Same thing is with the COVID. Up to last year, it was mandatory, but from last year, they have taken off the restriction. So you have to keep the certificate of meningitis only with you, and that is necessary. It doesn't matter if you have a meningitis vaccination from some other country. If you have got a certificate with you, that is more than that is valid. That's not a problem whatsoever. Somebody's asking a question. I'm open to question because I have not touched the specific diseases or people who have got heart problem, diabetes, and all those kind of things. If people have got specific question, I'm more than happy to answer. But brief summary of whatever I told you is: number one, positive mindset. Number two, endurance and physical health. Number three, keep yourself hydrated throughout the Hajj. Number four, rehydration salts and tablets. Please make sure every single person should take it throughout the Hajj. No excuse. Okay, I don't like the taste or anything like. The heat, exhaustion, and stress of the Hajj will take its toll. The fittest of the people have collapsed. Rehydrations are respiratory issues. Please make sure you will have got antibiotics with you, carry with you from here. Most of the GPs are very kind and to provide you with the antibiotics. The other medication I mentioned is antidiarrheal Imodium. The other medication which we carry and we advise sometimes people to carry is number one, painkillers. Anybody who is on any kind of painkillers, take some painkillers. That is important because your feet are going to get hurt, your legs are going to hurt, and just going to the pharmacy, waiting in the queue, the pharmacy takes your half an hour, 40 minutes. You have to go there. Just get it from here. And the other thing which you can take is antihistamine. That is important. Antihistamine, diarrhea, that is it really. Sometimes people are asking the question about can the people who are diabetic and hypertensive, they can take the rehydration tablets. Yes, they can take the rehydration tablets because you are losing the salt. If you are in UK where you don't sweat, you are not losing salt and you are not losing water. There you are sweating a lot, you are losing quite a lot of salt, and you need a replacement. You need a replacement, you can have it. Same thing with the diabetic medication. You have to carry your diabetic medication and you can take the salts as well. Flu vaccination is not recommended, but advised if you can get it done. Okay. The other thing which any medication you carry with you, make sure you will have got a prescription with you. They used to ask a lot. Nowadays they don't, but they can ask if they want. Second thing is, anybody who is carrying the painkillers which are opioid based, codeine, tramadol, morphine, oxycodone, anybody who's carrying this one, make sure you will have got a valid prescription with you with indication why you are taking this one. They will take it away from you. They will not let it pass that to you, they will take it away from you if found out that you are carrying that one. That is important. Hydration tablets are the same as electrolyte tablets. Yes, they are same and same as powder, ORS, Darolite. All there are hundreds of different ones. I have got a list of it which we have made for our group. I'm more than happy to share that with you. Also, I will write down the medication list as well. People for asthma, people are asking for the advice for asthma. Asthma, make sure you will have got your inhalers with you, and make sure you will have got a course of steroid with you. Oral steroid, prednisolone, at least one course with you. Because respiratory conditions get worse there, fortunately. And if you go to Haram, Makkah, especially Medina, if you are going after Hajj, the only thing you can hear is cough. And you are going to attract cough viruses and bacteria from all over the world. Unfortunately, it's not only you from Western world, it's all over the world. And some people does not care about because they it's once in lifetime opportunity. So they go to Haram, they wanted to go to Haram and they're coughing all over the place. So if you are coughing and you are getting unwell, please wear mask. Not because of only yourself, because of the other people as well. And especially in your own group, if you are sick, if you are unwell, please restrict your movement in between the Hajj as well, because it is important for you. It's important for you to protect other people as well. You have got a responsibility of to the other people. I will give you an example. In 2022, we had one family where the lady got positive for COVID, and they did not want to tell anybody. But my advice was, yes, we are not going to tell anybody, but you have to stay in your room. Unfortunately, they didn't listen to us. And they wanted to attend the sessions in the group. I found out quite late. Unfortunately, that has affected 20 other patients, 20 other Hujjaj. They got COVID. So if you are sick, you don't have the responsibility for yourself, you have the responsibility of your fellow colleagues as well. I briefly touch the emotion and mental well-being. Few scenarios I wanted to mention to you. Number one, keep your emotions to yourself, because there will be times you will get pushed. There will be times you get hit. There will be time you will be sleeping next to a person who is snoring. There will be times you wanted to sleep and other people wanted to talk. So think the ways how you are going to cope in that situation. These, when you are sleep deprived, when you are tired, when you are exhausted, and when you are unwell, the real you will come out. The real you. We have seen people who are so nice throughout the Hajj, but at the last minute they have lost it. They have lost it. So there will be times you will be pushed, you will be shoved, you will be wanted to sleep, and people wanted to switch on the light, and you wanted to temperature of a AC of 22, and somebody else wanted to have a to 26. They can't cope with it. So you have to find a way how you are going to cope in those situations, and keep your emotions yourself. Because if you get angry, if you get frustrated, if you get your anger out, that will affect your Hajj. And throughout, it is same with the ladies, same with the men. It is going to affect, and that will have got a bearing on your Hajj altogether. if people have got a specific question, because in our seminar which we do with Hajj with AE, we cover in detail about the female health issues as well. But here it is they have already arranged it kindly, so that's fine. I'm more than happy to, for anybody want to ask any more questions, more than happy to answer these questions.
If you guys want to put your hands up, if anybody wants to ask any questions. We also have Dr. Sahil with us as well. He's works with Fly Express. I'm sure we've got him on. Barsab, can you unmute yourself if you're here?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I'm here.
Islam, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I did the presentation in 2023 seminar. I've shared the document with Muhammad, and I'm quite happy for that to be shared with everyone. So Dr. Abid has actually quite in detail explained most of the things. So if somebody has a paper document in hand, it can be used as a reference.
Yes,
Now,
I will share that one. That's not a problem.
yeah. As Dr. Abid has said, footwear is very important. People should make sure that they get a decent footwear, which they're going to use during their walks in the different plains of Makkah. And they start using them about 3 to 4 weeks before actually going on to the Hajj. One more thing, a lot of people with chronic pain are on drugs like gabapentin, pregabalin, amitriptyline. Gabapentin and pregabalin are also being classed as class A drugs. So
Yes.
you guys are using those, you take a prescription for that as well. Okay. Hydration is very, very important. Protecting you from yourself from heat is very important. I remember from in 2023, Muhammad knows that our good friend Dr. Zafar Noor, he got heat stroke in Arafat. It was very hot and the queues were long. And he got that while he was waiting for the toilets. So to the point that the next day we had to put him in a wheelchair to get him across to Jamarat and Makkah. So protect yourself. Try to take an umbrella if you're waiting in the queues. Hydrate yourself adequately. Small sips, frequent sips. Footwear is very important. Your medication. I will have some stock of antibiotics with me. Painkillers, especially simple ones like paracetamol, ibuprofen. These are the common sense things. I'll find a picture that I made for that presentation, which has got all the necessary stuff medically wise that you should carry with you. If I can find it, I'll share it with Muhammad and he can share it along with everybody else. That's very important. The other thing is that if you don't want to eat too much, but you still need to boost up your energy. So the nuts are a very good source of energy. In Makkah, you can buy a lot of good nuts from all the stores and keep them in handy. Pace yourself. Try not to overdo yourself before the actual Hajj. It's very, very important. Before the actual Hajj, you should conserve your energy for the walk from Muzdalifah to Jamarat and Makkah. And some people try to come back on the same day as well. It can be about like running a London marathon in 50 degrees. So that can't be comfortable, even for the healthiest of the people. That's pretty much all I want to add in. So be sure that you get your prescriptions for controlled drugs. Controlled drugs are opioid-based morphines, gabapentin, pregabalin. Because if you are a regular user, you will need them. And if you don't have a valid prescription, as the doctor has already said, they either will be confiscated or they may have any legal repercussions as well. Anything else?
Can I just add one thing which thank you for Dr. Sohail. It came in my mind. We get bogged down too much into the issue of people who can't walk too much, or they are using the wheelchairs, or they are limited in walking during the Hajj days. But you have to understand it to go to Salah from your hotel to the Haram, and coming back from the Haram is a journey as well. So you have to make a plan yourself how you are going to do those journeys, because they are tiring as well.
Absolutely.
They are very important, because even with going from hotel to Haram and coming back was at least 12,000 steps a day.
You're absolutely right, sir.
Yeah.
Because people need to plan. Medina is not that difficult, but Makkah
is difficult.
Makkah is very, very difficult. The other thing that I would recommend is that people, especially who are going for short periods, 2 weeks or 10 days, try not to go to ziarat where you have to climb mountains. You don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to exhaust yourself. Hajj is the most important thing for you. So if you get an injury and you spoil your Hajj, that is obviously not going to be good for you. So you can come up after, if you want to be that keen, you can do it on an Umrah trip. But for the Hajj, your focus should be on Hajj and those 5 to 6 days that are really, really important for everyone. I don't know. I mean, people might disagree with me, but that's my feeling is that your main focus should be on Hajj.
Yes, Jazakallah khair, Dr. Sohail, Dr. Abid, for your time. I'm going to take these 2 questions, and then we're going to go on to the. I'm going to share some experiences with the Hujjaj. It's very, very important. One of the words that I used in this was pace yourself. Pace yourself. Yes, we all want to perform Hajj, and we want to get the utmost out of it. But you're not going to get anything out of it if you're stuck in bed ill, or if you've got blisters on your feet. Yeah, it's very important that you listen to us. A lot of the people, my brethren, follow partners, and when I said to them that this is the first seminar we're going to do, they said, "Are you crazy? You should do it nearer to the time." I said, "No, I want to scare the living daylights out of them. Yeah, I want them to know that I've told them from day one what it starts with. Yeah, and we'll repeat this afterwards, because as you guys know, I do things black and white. I seen the bodies last year. I was managing Mina, and I seen the bodies last year. And the people that were living in Azizia last year and walking through Azizia, they saw the bodies last year. Yeah, and Alhamdulillah, yeah, we didn't have any bodies last year. Yeah, we had, people come back home very, very safely. But that was because due to the fact we say it as it is and we mean it. There is no if or buts. A sister came to the office. 3 people from that family are going with me again to the Hajj. And I hadn't seen her. And I says, "How was it?" She says, "It was absolutely brilliant. However, Haji Sadiq said this and I didn't like it." I said, "Why did he say that?" She said, "Well, we went to Jabal Rahma on the day of Arafat, when I strictly told them that they can't go. No sisters allowed to go to Jabal Rahma. I don't care who you are." And she said, "We got lost. We didn't have any water with us. And we rang him because he was our guide. And he said, 'Well, Altaf told you this, now follow the helicopter home,' because he couldn't pinpoint where they were." Yeah. I said, "Well, why didn't you ring me?" She says, "Oh, no, I didn't ring you. I didn't ring you because you'd already told us not to go, and we didn't listen to you." I said, "But I'm ultimately responsible for your health and well-being, your safety. You should have rang me." She said, "Bhai, we got hold of somebody from Al Bayt, and they took us to these tents, and they were nothing like our tents. In Arafat, they were the Al Bayt tents for the Afghanis, for the Yemenis, for the Indians, for the Pakistanis. They're like market stalls. Remember, Dr. Saab, the old tents? Yeah. And then when they came to this, she said they managed to transfer us at nearly Maghrib time to our tents, and we were relieved. So it is very, very challenging. But we'll take Zoom user. If you can unmute yourself and let us know where you're from, please. Name and where you're from.
I just wanted to say one. I just want to make one comment. Okay, just remember one thing. Our relatives or our brothers who have been to Hajj once before, or last year or year before, they all will try to advise you on lot of things. Please stick with the people who are sitting in front of you, Brother Altaf, Brother Muhammad. Listen to them. Don't listen to your relatives or anything like that. Nobody will come and will tell you we had a bad Hajj or we had difficulties. These people have done the Hajj or conducted the Hajj or taken people for several years. They are the most experienced in the UK. Listen to these people instead of listening to your uncle or cousin who is giving you advice. Please.
Zoom user, please unmute yourself. Tell us your name and where you're from. Zoom users fall asleep.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Just a quick one. If, for example, if you got a medication that's from abroad, so with that, I know you guys mentioned about the having a prescription. Will that be okay if I get the prescription from the doctor that's giving me the medication, if the medication is from abroad?
As long as you got a prescription, that's what matters, and it's in your name and not, Chachi Jan from Pakistan's name.
No, inshallah. I'll get that sorted, inshallah.
Yeah,
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Sister Aisha, unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Brother, I have a quick question. In Ihram, are you allowed to put on psoriasis creams like Betnovate and Stilla? They are on prescription, so it would have to be used, but I'm not sure if it's allowed in Ihram.
So my answer is very clearly on this one. Yeah, you can ask your sheikhs, but I'll give you my answer. If you're allowed to eat haram to save your life, this is life-saving medication. This is medication. I don't see an issue, but once again, clarify with your scholar, and we will have Sheikh Burhan with us on Tuesday, so that there will be a question and answer session. You can ask that in that session, inshallah.
Okay, so will we have any sheikhs or doctors at the seminars?
Yes. Which package are you on?
FE.
Of course we will.
Okay, so I can ask them.
Sheikh Muhammad is there. You got nothing to worry about.
So can he not answer now?
No, we'll do. we will for this. We will have Sheikh's answer properly. Sheikh, it's Uncle Muhammad. I just call him Sheikh Muhammad today.
The FE passengers, Sister Aisha, we have a webinar, our first webinar on Sunday, a welcome webinar. So you can ask the sheikhs there. All the sheikhs will be available, and the doctors will be available as well.
Okay, Jazakallah.
Jazakallah, Sister Aisha.
Cool.
And Mehran Ali.
Assalamu alaikum. It's Ali. I'm Marine's husband. So I'm just trying to inquire. First and foremost, just wanted to really thank you for setting up this call. It's been super helpful and fruitful for us. My first question is, I can see there's over 100 people here and there's 3 hosts, right? How do you guys manage all of us when we get there? I just wanted to manage expectations here because Brother Arif, you mentioned, you're responsible and all this great stuff, but how do you get us all together? And if there are any issues, how do we get close to any one of yourselves at, when we're there?
What package are you on?
Good question. I'm trying to find out.
You must have purchased a package.
We did purchase a package, but it's let's have a look. It's when you say what package,
is it an Al-Bayt package?
Or maybe the package code or something.
Just 1 second.
Baji's done it. I think you should let Baji speak.
Yeah, it's Minaz. Hang on. It's the luxury shifting extended A480.
84800. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have superpowers, me and Uncle Muhammad. Yes. So we've got superpowers. We fly around everywhere. So you got nothing to worry about. No, on a serious note,
Yeah.
We have guides to 1 to every 47 people. Yeah.
1 to every 47.
1 to
Okay.
47. We haven't introduced our guides to you yet.
Mm.
I know which guides are going with which package. We're just waiting for the data. Nusuk is still yet to provide us the data. That's why we've been twiddling our thumbs for the last couple of weeks and waiting for the data. And yes, I personally going to send a form out by Sunday, and I expect everybody to have that form completed by Sunday. And I'll send a short video out how to fill that form in. And then once we got the information, we will assign guides to you. This is how RF works, yeah?
Sure.
We will assign guides to you. Your guide will call you within the next week or so and introduce himself, and then we will have package-based webinars. We, just for your information, for RF group, we have a webinar every single Tuesday and Thursday until mid-May now. So, clear your diaries, yeah, for Tuesday and Thursday nights. The sisters are the sisters only webinars. Once we collate the forms, we will create an email to everybody just for the sisters, and they will get a special login. So only sisters are logging into that webinar. And it will be a health and well-being webinar. It will be a couple of spiritual webinars and some logistical issue webinars. So as far as you're concerned, for managing people, we have 1 to 47, but that one person will not just know the 47. That one person will know the whole 3 flights on the A4800, for instance, because we'll all be staying in the same hotels in Azizia, Mecca, Medina. You will be introduced to everybody, and this is why it's very, very important that you attend the actual seminar in Oldham. And I will not take prisoners. Yeah, I will not take prisoners. You are coming to the seminar. There's no if or but. Not because it's costing me an arm and a leg. It's because ultimately I am responsible for you. But like Dr. Saab said, you are responsible for yourself. If you don't know now how we work, you will never find out until you meet us. And then what happens is we introduce you to the guides. You will meet other people in that group. And I don't create chat groups, as you know. We have the FE Al-Bayt chat group, and that's what we use. Why? Now it's all about you listening, not talking anymore. The talking's over and done with. It's about listening to us, and we are feeding you information, and you're soaking that information up because there's a lot of information to absorb. It's very, very important that we know you, you know us. We get to know your attitude. We get to know and understand your persona because and Uncle Muhammad says this to me all the time, I'm the one with a short fuse. You see me laughing, joking and everything, but you've not seen me lose it. And I sometimes have to tell Hajis, I'm sorry, not willing to tolerate this. This is not going to happen. We're going to do it this way. Why? Sabr, ihsas. Them 2 words, you need to have on the tip of your tongue all the time, because nobody wants to see you suffer. Nobody wants to see you in pain. We want to perform a delightful Hajj, yeah, a fruitful Hajj, a Hajj Mabrur. And the only way that we can do that is we look after each other. So we are your brothers. We are, your family. You're our brothers and sisters. It's very important. Do you want to add something to that, Mo?
No, I think you've covered everything, but just for the reference, like myself and Brother Altaf, we've been doing webinars starting from I think January possibly.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it as a joint for Al-Bayt, generally talking of Al-Bayt packages. But now the time comes where obviously all the packages have been created, packages have been made. So Brother Altaf's got his packages, what he's going to be working on. I've got my packages, what I'm working on. From this webinar onwards, unless it's a generic like today, health and well-being, we're doing it together. But in general, right, Altaf's got every Tuesday and Thursdays. We'll be having our webinars as well separately for the FE passengers. Stick to your groups, stick to your I mean, if you're in a 4800 package, there's no point you coming into one of my webinars if you've seen the post or something, because it wouldn't make sense to you because we're concentrating on a 3400 package or 1920 or there's slightly different type packages. So stick to your groups from now on. We all still one. Inshallah, I'll be there to support Altaf on the 27th of April in Oldham. And when he's breathless or speechless, because he does talk a lot, doesn't he? When he does get tired, he might just call me along. And likewise, he'll do the same thing. And it's one. We're one team end of the day. I spoke to Naeem today. Abdurrahman, inshallah, they'll all be available on our seminars as well on the 5th of May and possibly on 27th of April as well, inshallah. Yeah. That's
Shaila?
about it, really. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
Altaf.
Sister Shaila, unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
No.
So I had my meningitis vaccine in 2023 from Bangladesh, but I do not have the document with me right now because Hajj just is happening out of nowhere for me, so I didn't really bring that document with me. And I don't think there's a possibility that I can collect it in this short period of time. So would it be a good idea to just go for the vaccine again and just take it from here?
Yes.
Okay. So that's just I wanted to know because I had the 5 years vaccine. So even if I have to top it up, I will do it as long as I have the documents. So yeah, I just needed that confirmation. Thank you.
Jazakallah khair. Adam, unmute yourself, please.
Assalamu alaikum. I have a few questions to ask on behalf of my parents, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. So the first question they want to ask was, there's been a lot of medicines spoken about in this webinar, and is it possible to have like a full list of all the recommended medicines and everything that's been spoken about today?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. The second question they asked was, is there a list of items that's going to be provided to each of the groups?
Yes.
Yep. And the last question was wheelchairs. How do they book a wheelchair if they need one?
So which group are they in?
It's 14 days luxury, non-shifting.
FE package?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah. Once you introduce you to your guide, let them know. Inshallah, on arrival, we'll arrange the wheelchair for you. It's not an issue.
Yeah, we may not need. Inshallah, we won't need it. But just in case we do, because I'm suffering from back problem every so often. At the moment, it's okay, but you just don't know.
Albeit is sending out forms, not forms, sorry, two emails. The first email was the welcome email, which a lot of people got kind of in the last week of Ramadan, and some hadn't received that email, but that was the welcome email. There's another email shooting out next week, inshallah, which will be a form. I think if Nusayba's on there, she can clarify this.
Nusayba, are you here? Look, so the form that we did last year, we're just waiting on the form. I didn't want to mention that on purpose because what we don't want to do is tell people that there's another email when the first one has arrived in some cases. So there will be a form coming out. There's an app which has been made. The Rafiq app has been made. It's being uploaded onto Google and onto App Store. And we'll share the details with you. And there's a lot of things that you'll be able to do on the app as well. So as soon as we have that information, we'll give you up-to-date information. But what historically has happened is we send a form out, which has a request for a wheelchair, and you fill that form out, and inshallah, a wheelchair will be made available to you. But it's also very good practice to let the guide know when you get together that, I will need a wheelchair on arrival. So because me and Uncle Muhammad will be traveling beforehand to Saudi to welcome you guys and we'll ensure that wheelchairs are available on arrival.
Also, the item you're going to provide, could we have the list of that in webinar as well, so we don't duplicate things?
Mashallah, you guys are like Speedy Gonzalez. You've had your kheer and your gulab jamans, at Eid, and you're really high, ready to go. We are going to do everything, but we have to pace ourselves. It's very, very important to pace ourselves. The whole purpose on this seminar, this webinar today, is to make sure that you are aware of the fact in capital letters, fact underlined, fact in bold, fact highlighted, fact illuminous, that you must be aware of your health and mental, physical well-being needs. It is going to be extremely hot. Yes, Dr. Saab mentioned hydration medication, and we will send you a list of these. But it's more prudent. More prudent prevention is better than cure. That you start drinking a lot of water now. And guess what? Everybody says to me, yeah, but then I have to go to the toilet a lot. Guess what? You got to acclimatize your body. Start drinking water now. There you won't have to go to the toilet. It's going to go out your pores. It's going to go out your forehead. Mine will be shining. Inshallah, Uncle Muhammad's will be too. You're going to start walking. You will feel muscles you've never felt before. You didn't, your feet will be sore, your feet will be swollen. Vaseline, Vicks Vapor Rub, socks. We're going to mention all these things. So you guys right now need to think, I'm going to say, who am I? What am I? Where am I? Where am I going? How am I going to get prepared? That's what you need to be thinking right now. And you need to be listening very carefully. And you need to buy these shoes. And we're in the groups, in the next coming few days, we will be sharing the types of, not the preferred ones. We have no preferred ones. Types of footwear, types of ihram that you want to, you need to purchase. The number of ihrams you need to purchase. Any ointments, things like this. So we will be sending out a list to you, inshallah. There's nothing to worry about. Anything else, Brother Adam?
You stay healthy, I hope, and complete the Hajj. Me and my wife and my son with the group. I'm diabetes type 2. I take 2 insulins, type of insulin. So I had a word with the diabetes nurse already. I'll be going to the GP.
You need to buy you need to buy an ice pack bag, which you need to keep your insulin cooling while traveling.
Yes, I got that already. Yes.
Make sure if you can get a Libra sensor for diabetes monitoring, that would be good.
I got that. I got that already for the last couple of years.
You will have got extra Libra sensors with you because of the sticky situation there, they come off very easily. So you have got extra sensors with you. Okay.
For 14 days, how many? I need a couple perhaps for 14 days.
For 14 days, at least a couple of them. Yes, at least.
Okay, fine. Okay. Thank you very much.
And it's very important to start watching your diet and what you eat now. You got to build up everything. And my sisters, please listen to me very carefully. All those girls that diet and everything, diet goes out the window because food needs to change. It can't be saying food, I'm not eating food. That food is now fuel, F-U-E-L. Because that you will need to eat to reserve your energy to go. Even going to the masjid is a chore. Rest assured, it's not easy in that 55 degrees. And we will let you know if there's umbrellas that need to be bought, there's bags that need to be purchased. Whatever need to be purchased, we will create a list and we will send it out to you, inshallah. Brother Jihadi, how are you? Unmute yourself, please. Muhammad Jihadi? Jihad. I don't know.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
All right, I'm fine. How was Eid?
Eid was filling.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Me too. Me too. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for taking my call. I just wanted to ask, because I've started my physical preparation. I'm walking in London, in the streets of London, going to work halfway, using trainers. But during Hajj, the first thing I will have to do is do an Umrah, which is doing the TAWAF.
Barefoot.
5 miles around there. Is it 4 miles around the Kaaba? 7 times?
It all depends, because Umrah you'll be performing downstairs. You're looking at 30 minutes of walking downstairs in the Mataf. You're looking at 35 to 45 minutes walking in the sea. And it's barefoot. You know, I've seen a lot of people nowadays, I don't know how they do it, mentally, how they can accept it, wearing footwear. Or, you know, some people wear socks. I can't accept that. You're definitely not allowed to wear socks for a start off. But, you know, you need to harden up, really, really need to harden up. And it's mental strength that you need more than physical strength, because you're mentally strong, you will become physically strong. So the walking, we will share with you the footwear that you need to purchase, or the type of footwear. I always say, if you're a size 9, buy size 10. You know, if you're buying off Amazon, buy them both, check them out, see what feels right, and send the other one back. You know, that's what it's there for. You know, that's why you pay the Prime membership for. So, you know, that's what I recommend. Footwear is very important. Buy it now, you know, in the next week or so, and start wearing it in. It's very important. It's not a case of, oh, I'm going to wear these to Hajj and I'm going to wear them on the day. Believe you me, you will have blisters and you will have sore toes.
Okay, so I should, sorry to interrupt. I should be prepared to be walking barefoot for 30 minutes to doing my
2
doing
hours.
the tawaf.
2 hours. Call it 2 hours altogether.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
Barefoot during Umrah. 2.5 hours Tawaf ziarat. You know, half an hour for Tawaf al-Wida. Yeah, that's standard.
Okay. So that's understood. That's clear.
Yeah.
That's crystal clear. And the other times, obviously, I'll be wearing my new sandals, so
we're going to give you short.
To.
We are going to give you short and sweet bursts of information. You can't comprehend. I mean, we were supposed to finish at 9, and it's 9:30 now, because it'll just keep going on and on and on. So we will share information very slowly according to our schedule, and inshallah by this weekend you will have a schedule of our webinars as well. Yeah.
Okay, shukran.
With the topic and the speaker and everything. We've got it all made. It's all here. Where's it gone? Let's have a look. It's all here. They're all made. Yeah. See, I've made them all ready to go. Every single seminar, but just haven't shared it with you, because I try my best to cross the T's and dot the I's. You know, my team's absolutely brilliant. Our teams are absolutely brilliant, mine and Muhammad's. You know, and inshallah we'll start introducing the guide soon as well, but we're just waiting for the data. Jazakallah. Now it's Brother Hanif.
Shukran.
Jazakallah. Brother Hanif from Southampton, is it?
It certainly is. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. First of all, thank you very much. This webinar has been very helpful. I just wanted to clarify. Obviously, I've got package A3810U. We are with you?
Inshallah. You're not alone on that question. Nasir and I have been discussing this today as well. I've got the list of the people. I have a list, but I'm just waiting for the official data from Nusuk, and I'm waiting for SLT to clarify a couple of things. Brother Hanif, nothing to worry about, inshallah. You're with me.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Jazakallah. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything to say? Come on, Uncle Muhammad, give us some words of wisdom.
By this time, you know.
Sorry?
It's tiring. Sorry, guys. No, we have a question from Brother Osman here. Let's get Brother Osman on.
Is this Osman from Birmingham?
Yes, it is.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I hope you're all well. Thanks for setting up these webinars. They have been helpful. The one thing that I did want to ask, obviously getting everything together, is the antibiotics obviously, I'm just thinking that because obviously there's a drive to not give out antibiotics. So will we be able to get them without, like, as a preventative measure?
You need to speak to your doctor. You need to speak to your doctor. Go and speak to your doctor, and as they advise. That's what I would say. I very rarely take antibiotics. I try not to take anything, to be honest with you. But the most important thing is you control your diet. That's the truth. You control your diet from now, and you take precautions, and inshallah everything will go well. Drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated. As soon as you lose that percentage point on the battery, on your personal battery, then it keeps going down, because to recharge it, you have to rest. Yeah, and people don't like resting. And that's one of the reasons I like these long packages, because if you miss a couple of days, yeah, you've still got a few more days. When on a 10-day, 12-day package, 14-day package, you miss a day or two, a good length of time's gone. So we will share more information with you, Brother Usman. Right now, I want you to be aware. Once again, I reiterate, we need to be aware of the physical and mental health issues. And there are brothers and sisters who are traveling with us, and they have not informed us that they actually have mental health issues. People have depression. People have a lot going on in their lives. Don't look at the smiley face. In Urdu, they say, "Mere ruh ki hakikat mere aansu se pucho. Mera majlis tabassum mera tarjuma nahi." Don't look at the smile on my face. The truth of my soul lies in my tears. So we all have issues. We all have issues somewhere. It's all about how we, address these issues. And one thing you guys haven't, inshallah, will not have to worry about is in the forms that we send out to you, we ask you, whether you snore. Yeah, I don't snore, I roar. Yeah. Whether you like the air conditioning on or not. And we try our best to accommodate families together. We try not to put elderly sisters, aunties with younger sisters and girls. Why? Because Auntie G might not want to switch the AC on. Yeah. And my little sister, yeah, she's boiling. Yeah. And she needs to switch the AC on. Well, like-minded people we will put together, similar age, similar demographics. There's a lot we do when it comes to rooming. So there's a lot of work that goes in this. Even language. We put people of the same backgrounds together. So if you speak Patwari, Mirpuri, you put Mirpuris together. If you speak, because majority of us will speak English. If you speak because even in Bangladesh, you've got two. You've got the Sylhet version and Punjabi, Urdu. We look at all these things, and we will be sending out information forms to collate. And I, for one, will be sending it out on this weekend, and I expect you guys to fill it this weekend and get it over and done with. But we'll send a video out. So we look at a lot of things. And as far as medications is concerned, we'll send you a list of off-the-shelf medication that you should buy. And obviously, anything else you need to speak to your doctor about.
Okay, Jazakallah, thanks.
Jazakallah, Usman. And my ice cream, you're not going to get me that one from the Minar tents, yeah, or the Arafat tents. Remember that one. You have to buy it.
No, that's fine.
Jazakallah.
I'll bring it to Oldham.
Yeah, bring it to Oldham. Good one. See, he's coming to Oldham all the way from Birmingham. Brother Shamsul Abedin from Swindon, I believe. Unmute yourself, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Bajan.
Yes, brother. I'm from Swindon. Thank you so much for remembering me. Brother, I have a quick question. Like during the ihram, am I allowed to use the mask?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, you are allowed to use it for medical purposes, isn't it?
Okay. Okay, all right. No, thank you. Thank you so much. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. Dr. Saab, would you like to add anything? You need to unmute yourself, Dr. Saab.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to add one thing. Brother Altaf does not snore, but he talks while he is sleeping. I have seen him answering the phone call while he is asleep.
Yeah.
His headphone on, he's sleeping and he's answering people's phone calls. So, Alhamdulillah, no, you are in the right place with the right people. They will prepare you. And just look, as I stated earlier, just prepare yourself. It's your Hajj, not Brother Altaf, not Brother Muhammad, not Al Bayt. They all will facilitate you at the best of their capacity. Believe you me, they are. I have been to Hajj when Mutawwif was there in 2022. I went on Hajj that year, and I have seen how the people were treated there. So last 2 years, these people have done a fantastic job. Yes, Nusuk has been difficult, but let's face it, it's gone. Now the next phase, they are doing a fantastic job. But it's your responsibility to pace yourself, prepare yourself. The more you familiarize with rituals of the Hajj, which day we are going to go Mina, which day we are going to go Arafat, how much walking is there, am I going to walk or not? If you pace yourself, you will be fine. Rest of it, as a doctor, I will be in the same hotel. I will be in the same proximity of the in Mina camp as well. I'm always approachable. I do the blister clinic on the in Mina as well. I do clinic in the everywhere. We will be available. Medicine will be available as well. But you do your bit, and rest of it, leave it with us. We, inshallah, will be there to help you and facilitate you in the best of our capacity.
Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, tie your camel, and that is the purpose of this webinar today, that we're asking you to tie your camel when it comes to your health and well-being. It's very, very important, this topic is. If you don't want to discuss on here and you want to discuss it in private with us, inshallah, we will discuss things in private with you as well. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do in the next, we've only got 4 weeks. That's all we've got. You know, me and Uncle Muhammad will be flying, I think, mid-May. We'll be gone, to welcome you, inshallah, in Makkah, Medina. So we want to get things right. So when we ask of you to do something, please do it. My dad was telling me off of the day, he said, you keep using the word rest. You keep using the word rest. People don't go there to rest. I says, Dad, they don't make them like they used to. Yeah, trust me. Because, for instance, the A4800 package or any of the packages that start off in Azizia, actually, mine is the only one that starts off in Azizia more this year, isn't it? You guys are privileged.
Yeah, yeah.
We arrive, some of us arrived 36 hours prior to going to Mina. Some of us arrived, 18 hours prior to going to Mina. And I said, once you've had done your Umrah, please do not even consider, do not even think about going to Haram. Yeah, I want you to rest, recuperate, and get ready. 3 hours, rest, recuperate, get ready. Yeah, for Hajj, because then 5 days of Hajj are like no other days. No other days. You will never have that feeling again. And shall I tell you something? You're absolutely gonna love it. Yeah, or you're gonna loathe it. But if you're prepared, you'll love it. Rest assured, the Mina facilities that we have today with Nusuk, with Al Bayt guests, are probably the best I've ever seen. And those people trying to save a penny or two by going the Bangladesh route, the Pakistan route, I wish you all the best, because I promise you, them facilities are nothing like what we have. And it's all about the 5 days of Hajj. It's all about them 5 days that you're comfortable, but you have to be mentally comfortable and you have to listen to us. And, if we work as a team, commitment and compromise with each other, we'll have a fruitful Hajj, inshallah. Anything else, Brother Muhammad?
No, I think, alhamdulillah, we've covered a lot of it. And it's nice to be back on the webinars. We've been missing that part of communication with the Hujjaj. So it's lovely to be back, inshallah. We'll be having regular webinars now.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's no more questions, we'll wrap it up for today. And
Definitely.
I'm starting mines on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think Brother Altaf, you're doing it on Tuesday, right? The
Yeah,
first
we
one.
will have Sheikh Burhan. I'll just tell you exactly. I'll give you a quick sneak preview. Till Thursday. Have I mixed them up? Thursday the 3rd today, isn't it? So the next one we have is Tuesday the 8th. And the title is, What is Hajj and Why is it compulsory? Sheikh Burhan. You know, I'll send this document out. I've got a document here somewhere. Can you see it? No, you can't. That piece of paper, you can't. Got a background on over there. I'll share that document, inshallah, tomorrow. Yeah. Jazakallah khair.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Any last words from Doctor? Go ahead.
But that's fine. Just prepared. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. If I can be of any help, let me know.
I think we need Sheikh Abu Isa in next time as well. You know, to liven things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us out more.
Yep. Jazakumullah khair, everyone. Inshallah, see you back soon in a few days' time. Subhana rabbika izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillah.